House will come to order. The invocation today will be given by the Honorable Reggie Miller, State Representative from the 31st District. Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise? Representative.
Dear Lord, as we gather in this great chamber today, we ask for guidance, strength, and blessing to lead this great body through our difficult discussions and decisions. We all come from different backgrounds and have different life experiences, and we must stand together in service for the betterment of our state. We must remember we are here to serve the great state of Michigan and all of the state's beautiful resources and residents. Together, we must stand against hate and fear to provide welcoming and accepting community for Michiganders to thrive. We must stand up for those who cannot stand for themselves and always, always respect individual opinions. Together, we have the responsibility to facilitate a state that works for all of us. I humbly thank you for the opportunity to address this chamber, and I look forward to continuing on this journey to serve with all of you. Amen.
Clerk will open the board for the purpose of taking attendance. The board is now open. Members may check in at their desks.
For the purposes of an announcement, the chair recognizes Representative O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Caucus call to my Democratic colleagues. Caucus call, third floor, right now. Thank you.
Mic check test, 1, 2, mic check test, 1, 2, 3. Mic check test, 1, 2, mic check test.
For the purposes of a special introduction, the chair recognizes Representative Roth.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I appreciate it very much. Today in the South Gallery, we have many nurses and administration officials from Northern Michigan hospitals, and I'd like to introduce them and thank them for all their hard work.
Will the special guests of Representative Roth please rise? Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives.
Members, please check in at your desks. Members, please check in at your desks. Speaker recognizes Representative Snyder.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, today in the South Gallery, I have with me some guests and constituents from Muskegon County, from Muskegon County Health West and Community Mental Health. If you could please welcome, give them a warm welcome to the Capitol building.
Will the guests of Representative Snyder please rise? Welcome to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Move to excuse all absent members.
Without objection, so ordered.
What?
The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce today's attendance.
Madam Speaker, a quorum of the House is present. There are no members absent with prior excuse.
Will members, staff, and guests in the gallery please rise and join me now in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Members, we're going to enforce Rule 32, so please take a seat. If you cannot find a seat, a sergeant will help you find one. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to see the order of second reading of bills and take up calendar item number 57, House Bill 4567.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 57, House Bill 4567, introduced by Representative Cernoglu, a bill to amend the Michigan election law. People of the state of Michigan enact.
The bill be considered read for a second time by its title. Are there amendments? There are. The clerk will read.
Committee on Elections, Representative Cernoglu, Chair, recommends the adoption of substitute H1.
The question for the House is the adoption of the substitute. The clerk will open the board. The substitute is adopted. Are there further amendments? There are. The clerk will read.
Representative Cernoglu offers a floor substitute H2, identified as Amendment 2.
The question for the House is the adoption of the substitute. The clerk will open the board. The substitute is adopted. Are there further amendments? There being no further amendments, the question for the House is advancing the bill to the order of third reading. Hearing no objection, the bill is on third reading. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
In the order of second reading of bills, we'll take calendar item number 88, House Bill 4926.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 88, House Bill 4926, introduced by Representative Brenda Carter, a bill to amend the General Property Tax Act. People of the state of Michigan enact.
The bill is considered read for a second time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is advancing the bill to the order of third reading. Hearing no objection, the bill is on third reading. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to see the order of third reading of bills. Move to take up calendar item number 17, House Bill 4448.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 17, House Bill 4448, introduced by Representative McDonnell, a bill to designate Lunar New Year as a holiday in this state. People of the state of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. Record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4448, there are 70 aye votes and 38 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. The Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
I move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing order of third reading of bills, move to table count item number 15, House Bill 4446.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 15, House Bill 4446, a bill to designate Diwali, or the Festival of Lights, as a holiday in this state. The people of the state of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? Speaker recognizes Representative Steckloff.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, I rise in support of this package, if you don't mind me speaking to the entire package.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. Today is an exciting day. We have holidays that are very influential and very, very special to so many of us in this room. And it's only special that on Friday night is the eve of Rosh Hashanah, the new year in the Jewish religion. And today, we finally have before us making the two holiest Jewish holidays officially state holidays, and I can't think of a better time than now to have these on the board. So I rise in support of all of these bills and hope that we gain everyone's support so that all people in this state can feel recognized by the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Representative Puri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak to the entire package?
Without objection, so ordered.
I rise today to encourage my colleagues to support this package of bills, which would add 6 religious holidays to the roster of official Michigan state holidays. Michigan is a great state, and one of the reasons why is our cultural diversity.
Members, we have a colleague addressing the body. Please quiet down and give him your attention. Speaker recognizes Representative Puri.
Michigan, as we all know, is the land of lakes and cars, but it is also a diverse state with a vibrant multicultural makeup. Our residents come from various backgrounds and traditions, and it is crucial that we acknowledge and honor their diverse customs and celebrations. By designating these holidays as official state holidays, we can promote inclusivity, foster cultural understanding, and strengthen the sense of belonging amongst all Michiganders. Now, the whole reason I ran for office stems from a hate crime, in which a man full of hatred opened fire on my family's former place of worship and killed 6 souls. He didn't even realize which community he was targeting that day. That crime was rooted in ignorance and bigotry. And look, I get that we can't legislate hate out of our society, but we can continue to uplift marginalized communities and cultures to bring awareness to the diversity of our state. Now, like many in this room, serving in this body and being a legislator is the greatest honor many of us will ever have. There's so many things I love about this job. I will say, though, that one of my least favorite things is the fact that I'm often confused for other minority and ethnic representatives. So last term, it was a few others. This term, it's often my colleague from the 9th District, which still doesn't make any sense to me. Because as I've said before, not only am I funnier than him, have better hair, taller, and so much better dressed, we're just completely different people. And although we can joke about this, it's extremely frustrating when it happens and continues to happen years after years. And now if this happens to 2 sitting representatives, imagine what happens around the state. You see, doing this work isn't about checking any box for diversity. Doing this work is intentional to make sure that all of our communities can have a voice, that our communities are seen for who they are, that these communities can thrive within their own autonomy and also be a part of the Michigan fabric. So our religious and ethnic communities contribute every day to the state, and it is time that we recognize those sacrifices. This is a 6-bill package. The packages of bill encompasses key holidays for various cultures and religious communities, such as the Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Asian, Jewish, and Muslim communities. Vaisakhi is the birth of the Khalsa and the Harvest Festival. Diwali celebrates the Festival of Lights. Lunar New Year, Eid, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur means so much to their respective communities. And sure, in some ways, this legislation is symbolic in nature. It's not like all of us are suddenly going to get 6 new days off from work. But it provides autonomy for communities who haven't been seen. It will allow employers and schools and local governments a chance to have conversations about their communities that are so much more culturally competent. And I urge each and every one of you to support these bills in recognition of these ethnic holidays in a step towards building a more inclusive and harmonious Michigan for all of its residents. Thank you.
Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's the ugly twin here. Reminding my colleague from the 24th District that earlier this week we placed House Rules and Decorum sheets on our desks, and I would hope that we stay committed to those rules. And I would challenge my colleague to a comedy club fest, and you guys can decide who is the funnier one. And with that, I hope we can start voting.
On that note, the question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4446, there are 89 aye votes and 19 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves for immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing order of third reading bills will count item number 16, House Bill 4447.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 16, House Bill 4447, a bill to designate Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr as holidays in this state. The people of the state of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there any amendments? There being no amendments, the question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, please vote at your desks. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4447, there are 87 aye votes and 21 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing order of third reading bills, we'll take count item number 18, House Bill 4449.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 18, House Bill 4449, a bill to designate Vaisakhi as a holiday in this state. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. The clerk will close the board. Tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4449, there are 88 aye votes and 20 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move for immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing order of third reading bills, we'll take count item number 19, House Bill 4544.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 19, House Bill 4544, introduced by Representative Arbit, a bill to designate Rosh Hashanah as a holiday in this state. People of the State of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question for the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. The clerk will close the board. Tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4544, there are 90 aye votes and 18 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
For immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Continuing order of third reading bills, we'll count item number 20, House Bill 4545.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
Calendar item number 20, House Bill 4545, introduced by Representative Steckloff, a bill to designate Yom Kippur as a holiday in this state. People of the state of Michigan enact.
Without objection, the bill will be considered read for a third time by its title. Are there amendments? There being no amendments, the question before the House is the passage of the bill. A record roll call vote is required. All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. The clerk will open the board. The clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4545, there are 92 aye votes and 16 nay votes.
Majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
For immediate effect.
Majority Floor Leader moves to immediate effect. All those in favor will rise. Immediate effect is ordered. Members, we do have a colleague who is going to be saying farewell to a staff member, so if you could take your seats and quiet it down for a moment. We'll lift Rule 32 in a moment, but quiet for a second. For real, you do have to go sit down, though. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today is a very bittersweet day for my office and for this institution. You know, when I first came into the legislature, it was I was completing the rest of Representative Isaac Robinson's term, and when I was looking for staff, a lot of people kept recommending you should go after Frank Liberati's guy, Representative Liberati. And I asked multiple incoming colleagues that I trusted, and this came even from the House Business Office Director saying, you want to hire Frank Liberati's guy. And then I got to the House floor for the first time, and I met Frank Liberati, and I said, what the hell did I get myself into? If you know Frank, you know that you had to be a little bit concerned. First time I met Rep. Liberati, he said, hey, you're hiring my new staffer. I says, yeah. He says, I owe him $15. Can you Venmo it to him and I'll give you cash? And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And that was my introduction to Trent Wolf. And he's somebody that for 10 years has served this state honorably and is a reminder that the staff in this institution are the pulse of all the work that we do. They are the ones that push this work forward. They are the ones that make sure that we look our best, even though we may not be prepared sometimes. And they are the ones that ensure that we serve our residents to the best degree. So if anything, Trent was always a reminder to me, Madam Speaker, that sometimes a staffer, if nothing else, is a reminder to always respect those that do the work, even though they oftentimes get none of the credit. And Trent is somebody who is an incredibly hard-working individual. I swear, when I tell you, being part of the Wolf Pack, as I called it, is one of the best decisions that I'd ever made. Somebody that never found an excuse and always found a way to execute. Somebody that never came and told me I couldn't get it done, but I found another way to do it. And this is the type of spirit we ask for our colleagues. And I can't imagine working in the House for 10 years. I banged my head 3 years into this institution. I'm like, how the heck does somebody want to come here and deal with people like us on this House floor, especially someone like me, for as long as he did? But to be a part of the Wolf Pack, I want to explain what that means. The Wolf Pack is a group that is honest, a group that will always, always, always put the work before the personality, that will always try to find the solution. And if they don't understand, take the effort and understand the communities that they are starting to serve. And I realized it was a shift. Going from a downriver community to Detroit, there was a lot of learning. And to see Trent quickly adapt with dignity and respect for our constituents was something I will never forget. Now, I know that he will be back, Madam Speaker, because Trent Wolf is a political animal. I think there's something in his name that will suggest that. But I am wanting to just take a moment here and use the story of Trent Wolf as an example for all of us in this chamber, that when we have good staff, when we are blessed to meet somebody that is so upright and has an incredible work ethic and has so much integrity, that we take the time to respect them while they are here. And we take the time to recognize that effort while we are here, because like all good things, they eventually come to an end. And I know that Trent is going to do a hell of a lot more good things with his time at the Michigan Environmental Council. And when I asked him why he left, it was something about getting married, and I-96 is still under construction. And I was like, dang, you don't love me enough to just muscle through that. But I guess not. So I just wanted to thank Trent for his decade of service to the Michigan House of Representatives, to this incredible state. And I wanted to let him know that I know he'll be back. I know when I was talking to the speaker earlier, the speaker recognizes Trent will be back in a matter of no time. I think the bug's going to itch, and the Wolf Pack will grow again. So with that, Madam Speaker, I just wanted to make sure that we all did our due diligence and thanked Trent Wolf for his incredible service to the Michigan House. Trent, I love you, buddy, and I'm sure I'll see you more times than I need to. Thank you.
Colleagues, please join me in thanking Trent for his service to the Michigan House of Representatives. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Madam Speaker, I forgot to mention, it takes a special type of person where you got Angela Whitwer and Abraham Ayash have the same feelings about this individual. So another round of applause for Trent Wolf, please.
Colleagues, we are no longer enforcing Rule 32. You are free. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to see the order of motions and resolutions and take up House Resolution 133.
Without objection, so ordered. The clerk will read.
House Resolution Number 133, introduced by Representative Price, a resolution to declare September 2023 as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month in the state of Michigan.
Speaker recognizes Representative Price.
Speaker, I rise today to speak to my resolution designating September as National Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. First, I want to start by introducing my guests. I am honored to be joined here today by Marcy Paul and Nancy Evanson, both who are survivors of ovarian cancer. I'm also joined by some others in the gallery with the Michigan Ovarian Cancer Alliance. They are all a living testimony to the importance of early detection and medical research. Ovarian cancer is the 5th leading cause of cancer deaths of women in the United States and causes more deaths than any other gynecologic cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, over 19,000 deaths of ovarian cancer, or cases of ovarian cancer will be diagnosed in 2023, and over 13,000 individuals will die from the disease nationwide, including 610 new cases and 460 deaths right here in Michigan. There is no reliable early detection test for ovarian cancer, unlike breast and cervical cancers. Symptoms include bloating, pelvic or abdominal pain, difficulty eating or feeling full quickly, urinary symptoms, and several other vague symptoms that are often easily confused with other diseases. Because of this, 80% of those diagnosed with ovarian cancer are detected at an advanced stage, bringing the 5-year survival rate down to 50%. However, the 5-year survival rate for early diagnosis of ovarian cancer is 90%, underscoring the importance of raising awareness of this disease. Black women are even more at risk. They are more likely to have late-stage diagnoses, receive lower quality clinical services, and have lower 5-year survival rates than non-Black women. Approximately 20% of women who are diagnosed with ovarian cancer have a hereditary predisposition. It is so important to notify your doctor if you have a family history. Scientists and physicians have uncovered changes in the BRCA genes that some women inherit from their parents, which may make those women 30 times more likely to develop ovarian cancer. The National Comprehensive Cancer Network and Society of Gynecologic Oncology recommend that all individuals diagnosed with ovarian cancer receive genetic counseling and genetic testing regardless of their family history. Ongoing investments in researching ovarian cancer, education, and awareness are critical for increasing survivorship. I want everybody to know that co-sponsorship for this resolution is available electronically, and whether or not you decide to add your name as a co-sponsor, please help us spread the word about ovarian cancer to your friends, families, and communities across the state. Early detection and awareness saves lives. I humbly ask my colleagues in the House for their support of this resolution. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The question before the House is the adoption of House Resolution 133. All those in favor will say aye. Those opposed, nay. The resolution is adopted. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Move that committees begin leave to meet during the balance of today's session.
Without objection, so ordered. Committees are given leave to meet. Speaker recognizes Majority Floor Leader Ayash.
Just let the members know, no further voting. The House adjourns is adjourned until Thursday, September 14th at 12 o'clock noon.
Without objection, so ordered. The House will stand at ease at the call of the chair.